So today we have Matthew chapter 16, verses 21 to 23. Jesus foretells his death. From that time, Jesus began to point out to his disciples that it was necessary for him to go to Jerusalem and to suffer many things from the elders, chief priests, and scribes, and to be killed and to be raised up on the third day. And yet Peter took him aside and began to rebuke him, saying, God forbid it, Lord. This shall never happen to you. But he turned and said to Peter, Get behind me, Satan. You are a stumbling block to me, for you are not setting your mind on God's purposes, but men's. Jesus is telling his disciples of his necessary death and how it will come to pass. Peter took him aside and started to rebuke him, saying, It will not happen. Jesus then turned and said to Peter, Get behind me, Satan. You are a stumbling block to me, for you are not setting your mind on God's purposes, but men's. Take a moment to understand what is happening in the Spirit in this situation. Jesus tells the disciples of God's will for his life. Satan stirs Peter's human emotions. Now, of course, Peter did not want Jesus to die at the hands of the elders, which caused him to speak out of his own will and not see the will of God in what Jesus had said. Jesus, seeing in the Spirit, rebukes Satan and even tells Peter he is not setting his mind on God's purposes, but men's. Be mindful of the will of God over your life. Understand that not everyone will agree with what you tell them that God has spoken over you. Sometimes it is better to stay quiet and avoid unnecessary stumbling blocks. God's will for you may cause you to lose those closest to you or to disagree with them. Remember that you seek the approval of God alone. Hope you learned something today. We'll see you tomorrow.